There are certain people in my life where I hear their voice and I just go like, everything's going to be okay. You sound like, it's like you were my babysitter.
Yeah, I was a babysitter for a lot of people.
It's crazy.
No question about it.
I'm 97 years old. You know that, right?
The reason I wanted to do a podcast is because there's a serious side of me which somehow never comes out. I mean, I've made a career out of throwing green liquids at 11-year-olds and talking about Tootsie Rolls, but I was born with some magical thing where people always confided me. Today we are unwrapping a gentleman who I have been a massive fan. Kevin Pollak is with us, Anthony Ramos, Mr. Al Roker is with us, Gabriel Iglesias, Tim Heidecker, Phil Rosenthal, Leah Delaria, Jason Mewes, Paula Poundstone, Guy Fieri. Richard Kind is our guest. Been trying to get this man on our program for months. Backed you into it.
I've been sleeping.
I just think the uniqueness of people's lives is what intrigues me.
The running story from many years ago was that my father was the Tapatio man because my father was a real mariachi. When I tell my mom, what does my dad look like? Do you have any pictures? She'd grab the hot sauce bottle and she'd go, he looks like that.
You never wanted to be on Broadway,
Oh,
did you?
gosh, no. But my agent called and said, the producers of Waitress are wondering if you'd be interested in playing Old Joe. And like, wow. Ouch.
And if you Google dwarf comic or midget comic or comic under 5 feet tall after Kevin Hart, me, then it's me. So I'm fine with that.
I go to the Bel Air Hotel to meet Robert De Niro. He basically says 3 or 4 times the following. So anyways, I just wanted to meet, say hello, and you sure I can't get you anything?
You can't do him unless
Without
you do
making
the
the
faces,
face?
right?
Yeah.
I didn't even know I was gay. I thought
Did you date girls in high school?
I actually had sex.
Yeah. And that's when you realized.
No, I liked it, but you know, a warm pumpkin. Well, you know, but you know what I mean.
And I never wanted it to be about me. I wanted it to be about the person sitting on the other side of the table because I figure I can learn from them. We talk a lot on the show about overcoming obstacles. What's the biggest obstacle you had to overcome?
Diving gave me a platform to share my HIV status and what I went through because I was diagnosed HIV positive 6 months prior to the Olympic Games in 1988.
I have an issue. I have something called obsessive compulsive disorder. I'm on medication. I see a psychiatrist. Please just open the door now. Open the door. I'm going to pass out.
I grew up in drugs and alcohol, and I grew up in violence, and we struggled a lot.
I stayed sober 4.5 years almost. A year and a half later, and I'm taking like 50 narcos. They're like Vicodins.
Yeah.
A day.
I think it had a lot to do with balancing my life. I had this road life as a comic and then the home life.
And when you find that spark in your heart, follow that.
You have to love yourself first, and then you have to have stick-to-itiveness. You'll never make it if you quit.
I cannot thank you enough for doing this for me today. You opened up and I think said some things that may shock people. I admire you even more after this conversation. Stay tuned for more coming up next week on Marc Summers Unwraps.
So you're going to be unwrapping me?
I'm going to be unwrapping you.
You make me feel like a gift.
Yeah, well, you are a gift in many, many ways.
Thank you.